affect the planning and management of the teaching and learning process. So this lesson will guide you in understanding developmentally appropriate learning principle and how they can be used in designing effective instruction for various types of students. So using developmentally appropriate learning principles and strategies is one of the instructional demands for the implementation of the K-12 curriculum as stated in Republic Act 10533, otherwise known as the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2012. So why does using developmentally appropriate learning principle and strategies is one of the instructional demands in K-12 program? It is because it focuses on knowing about child development and learning, knowing what's appropriate. Developmentally appropriate learning principles and strategies are based on the philosophy of learner-centered education that focuses on responding to the nature, needs, and interests of the learners. So developmentally appropriate practice does not mean making things easier for children. Rather, it means ensuring that goals and experiences are suited to their learning and development and challenging enough to promote their progress, interests, and needs of the learners. So these philosophies also place more emphasis on the individuality of students in helping them to realize their full potential. Students can learn best when adults recognize their individual needs and interests. In the first model of the curriculum development by Ralph Tyler, 1949, emphasizes that understanding the learners is one of the important sources of the curriculum. Since learning is designed for the learners, it is imperative for teachers to examine their needs, interests, learning styles, thinking styles, abilities, exceptionalities, cultural background, and socioeconomic status and other factors. So it is really important to examine this because interests and needs of the learners, this will not only help to keep your students highly engaged in learning, but will also provide a safe space for them when navigating tough times that will encourage them to support and open up and seek support when needed. So the learning and thinking styles of the students, it is important for teachers to know the learners' preferred learning styles of the students because this knowledge will help learner teachers to plan their lessons to match or adapt their teaching and provide the most appropriate and meaningful activities or tasks to suit a particular learner. So, cultural background. Understanding the cultures will help us overcome and prevent racial and ethnic divisions. So, racial and ethnic division result in misunderstanding, loss of opportunities, and sometimes violence. So, socioeconomic is really important to know because socioeconomic status affect the family stability, including parenting practices and developmental outcomes for children that might affect their learning. Kupel and Bridkamp 2006 identified two things that teachers need to successfully engage in developmentally appropriate practice in their class. So the first one, teachers should meet learners where they are as an individual and as a group. So developmentally appropriate practice requires both meeting children where they are, which means that teachers must get to know them well, and enabling them to reach goals that are both challenging and achievable. By knowing your learners well, so you can deliver exactly what they need by having a deeper understanding of them. You can approach them like a friend and guide them like a mentor to make them change their behavior and attitudes. So the second one is help learners attain a challenging and achievable goals that contribute to their ongoing development and learning. So teachers need to help learners attain challenging and achievable goals that contribute to their ongoing development and learning to help students learn by imparting knowledge to them and setting up a situation in which students will learn effectively. So teachers can also provide appropriate help for students with developmental problems. By understanding the different stages that a student's life goes through, teachers can more effective or efficiently develop each learner to achieve their full potential. They are also the ones who motivate the students to do better in every domain and help them achieve life goals. For Filipino children, the following principles of developmentally appropriate learning may be considered by the teachers when planning and implementing instructions. So the first one, each learner's different learning styles, thinking preferences, abilities, strengths, and weaknesses. So as what I've mentioned earlier, it is really important for you as a teacher to know this so that you are aware and it will be easy for you to handle your students because you already know their learning styles, their abilities, strength, and weaknesses. So the second one is experiences have profound influence in learning. We all know that the best teacher is our experiences. We can learn a lot through this. So the third one is learning should address all areas of development. So effective planning and implementing instruction will help teachers to make the lessons clear and well timed, meaning that students can be active and interested in learning. Teacher must also consider all areas of development and learning among students, considering that every students have their own learning needs which are essential to their lives and to their future success. Addressing all areas of development among students will build competencies that help students personally, socially, and most especially in their future career. So the fourth is learning must be holistic. So the goal of holistic education is to cultivate a developing child's physical, emotional, moral, psychological, and spiritual attributes. So serving the whole child means providing opportunities that are personalized to a child's skills and feelings. So the fifth one is learning happens when the learners feel emotionally and physically secured and mentally engaged. To simply put, feeling safe makes learning possible. Research has shown that children who feel insecure play and explore less and have more difficulty with peer relationship. By helping children feel safe, we prepare children to learn not just now but well into the future. For these reasons, it is important for teachers to create a positive, emotionally safe classroom environment to provide for the optimal learning of students. So the sixth one, the culturally background and the family and social values of the learners influence the learning. So when working and learning with people from a variety of backgrounds and cultures present in the classroom, students gain a more comprehensive understanding of the subject matter. It also teaches students on how to use their own strengths and points of view to contribute in a diverse working environments. So the last one is effective learning and motivation are important in promoting effective learning. So motivation is not only important in its own right, it also an important predictor of learning and achievements. So students who are more motivated to learn persist longer, produce higher quality effort, learn more deeply, and perform better in class. So that's all for my report about the planning and management of the teaching and learning process. I hope you gain knowledge and understand my report. So thank you for listening. Bye.